Oh, hey guys, I'm Blake Hawthorne with It's His Turf. Welcome to LT Turf.
Okay, Blake, what is your dream mower?
Ooh, dream mower. I go back and forth between a robotic mower, so I don't have to mow my lawn, or just like a really nice walker or X-Mark Navigator with like the hydraulic dump, just, you know, maybe 42-inch cut, something to bag the clippings, keep the thatch off my lawn, and just make it as easy as possible.
What is your dream car?
My dream car is probably going to be like a F350, F450 with like a Trek style off-road camper bed on the back. I like traveling, we like hitting up state parks and stuff like that. So I just like, that would be the ultimate vehicle for me to just be able to get away, you know, once the kids are gone, and just be able to disappear. What's up guys, come on into the shop, check out some of the equipment. All right, so this is some of the mowers that I use. This is my Pro Turn 152 Gravely. Obviously it's a 52-inch cut, it's sit-down mower. It's one of the older pieces of equipment, but it's kind of all the guys leave me with because all the other equipment is out on trucks being used, making money. For some of our other properties, we've got the 36-inch. This is one that I use like on the top part of my yard, the upper level by the playground. And also we use it for some of our bigger yards that we used to push mow. We can get it in the back gates, and so it kind of stays here. Me and my supervisor use it at some of our larger subdivisions. Behind the mowers, guys, is kind of my new passion, and it's a bow fishing boat. So that's kind of what most of my shop's taken up with right now, is the bow fishing stuff. This is the boat we're building out. It's just kind of a hobby, a thing that I do to kind of wind down, get my mind off of work, kind of disconnect, and allows me to be able to actually refocus and tackle each day. So this is kind of our workshop area. This is where we sharpen our blades, kind of that station. It's got different stuff, different tools, a little bit of a wreck. So guys, in here is where we store our equipment. This wall is for all of our weed eaters. We got some pole saws hung up above them. This table over here is where all of our blowers go. Pressure washers, gas jugs on the bottom. Trimmers and chainsaws over here in this corner. And then just kind of the catch-all for different attachments, weed eater guards, because the guys never run them, stuff like that. On into here is what we call our landscape shed. And so we've got just an assortment of tools, hand tools, and then we've got some of our bigger stuff like our paddle broom. This wall over here is mainly for like contracting and carpentry, for like decks, arbors, pergolas, concrete work, etc. And then this wall is our irrigation wall. It's got all of our fittings and stuff that we restock our service truck with. And then this is just kind of where we do all of our servicing, keep all of our fluids, extra filters, stuff like that. So I teamed up with my brother with Forever Green Turf Control. This is kind of our corner for all of our chemicals and stuff. This big chill is called Organics, and it's like an organic fertilizer. My understanding, which is very vague, is like it's a bacteria that stays chilled, and then once it gets up over like 50 degrees, it starts to become non-dormant, activate, and get used. And so we just keep it stored and chilled in here until we decide we're gonna use it. All right guys, let's go on up to the loft and kind of check things out here. All right, so this is kind of like the weight room exercise area. I let my guys use it. Last year, kind of when COVID hit and all the gyms shut down, I had some of my old guys coming in using it. And just kind of a place for them to be able to pump a little iron, kind of, you know, disconnect. So So then here's our conference room. Right now we're not using it, but this winter we'll set the table back up. It's kind of just a chill area at the moment. You can see we got a futon and a PS3. There's a lot of business happening up here. And but we do have a 14-foot conference table, and that's where we do our meetings and our devotionals. And here's our studio. And so this is for like turf and tools, the It's His Turf YouTube channel, and the Fall River YouTube channel. We kind of recreated the desk shop area for Fall River up here for when we're shooting some videos and we need that same similar scene. And then for the It's His Turf channel, we recreated that wall that used to be down in the shop that was way too noisy up here, and a soundproof room. And as you can see, a lot of business happens up here too. Alright guys, so this is the office. This is kind of like a catch-all because nobody works in here full-time. Me and my supervisor get in here about once a month, do some billing, pay some bills, you know, just make those people happy and, you know, keep the business operating. But as you can see, you know, some work happens here, but we also have a lot of fun.
If you had to pick one celebrity to take care of your lawn, maybe take care of your lawn company, your lawn business for a month, who would you choose?
I would choose Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Why, does he know how to run a business or something?
No, he's intimidating. Everybody will pay.
Oh. For the young viewer at home, or maybe the young at heart, what would be your number 1 or 2 tips if they were wanting to start a lawn care business?
Okay, so I started pretty young, 17, 18 years old, with a company called Lawns for Tuition, and I just did it because I liked the instant gratification of lawn care, and the pay was pretty good. So I would say if you like either of those, that it's a good avenue to get into. But if you're thinking about it, just get out and try it. You know, find some family members, you know, do your own yard. I used to hate mowing my yard because my dad used it as punishment, but the second I got paid for it, it kind of changed that tune. So, but yeah, just get out there, and if you want to be successful in it, just be a person of integrity. You know, do what you say you're going to do for the price you say you're going to do it. You're not going to win every battle. The ones that you know lose, make them a success by doing the right thing and sticking to your word. And that kind of goes so far, especially in this industry, that's going to set you apart from most of the competition. And so, you know, do that. And just find something that you love, some aspect of it. Maybe it's not lawn care, maybe it's landscaping, maybe it's irrigation, maybe it's turf control. Like, find an aspect of it that you're good at, that you love, and that you enjoy going to work each day. And I feel like you can take any of those aspects of this industry and be successful. So this right here is kind of like my playground area for my kids. I wanted an area up in the yard, kind of terraced up above the actual lawn for the kids to just have an area to play. So we've got the rock climbing wall and the clubhouse up there inside the wall. And then down here is kind of just a grass play area, spike ball, volleyball, come out here, t-ball, soccer, you name it. And the lawn is a Zorro zoysia. So this was some that we had from a project, and we just kind of threw it down real quick, so there's no irrigation. And that explains this stress because we've been under like a 2-month drought. And so, but it's a really nice thick lawn. And as you guys can see, it's just a nice area for the kids to play. And over here, we have an inset trampoline. My wife didn't want a trampoline above the ground, so I way over engineered this concrete block structure to set the trampoline down into so the kids don't fall out. Over here is a playground. So when I was designing it all, I wanted like a park theme, so they'd have like a walkway to ride their bikes on and just kind of, you know, still have that same feel. So I built this figure-8 walkway around this playground. And then in year 2 of developing the backyard, I added the splash pad over here, and I'll turn that on for you guys here in just a second, where you can kind of see it. And so last year though, my daughter wanted a playhouse, and so, you know, the daughters start pulling on your heartstrings, and next thing you know, they get a playhouse. So that's how we got this here in the back corner. And I think long term, I may end up putting a pool or something over in here once the kids all get a little bit older. And when they do, the playground will probably go. I'll pour some more concrete in here, maybe put in like a basketball court. Well guys, we're up here in the front yard. It's a Mowers zoysia lawn, and so it's a little thicker. This actually has irrigation, so it stayed a little more lush and a little more green through the drought this summer. We did lose a couple trees. We lost one of our Canardi junipers here on the corner that we were framing in the front porch with. And then we lost a couple oak trees here in the front yard as well. But all in all, I feel like the landscape really did well throughout, you know, the drought. So this is just like a nice section of lawn that I wanted before we terraced down into kind of like just the raw pasture land of my property. I've got a little porch up here on the back side of the house. I built this for my 93-year-old grandfather so he can come over here and actually deer hunt. And I've got a shooting lane cleared over here and food plot area that you can see just behind the patio area. Okay, so this is usually everybody's favorite area, especially the kids, and that's our splash pad and our waterfall area. So this was like a trial project. We had some customers that wanted them. So before I would install one and actually charge for it, I had to put one in my own backyard. This is kind of my favorite part of the yard though. And that's just kind of this waterfall, fire pit, seating area. It's just a place to kind of relax, especially on like a Sunday afternoon, rocking my son to sleep. That's where I like to spend a lot of my time kind of just chilling out.
So we're seeing a lot of technology come out as far as automated ways to take care of your lawn business. Are you finding a lot of these things are helpful, or do you think that a lot of it's overkill? Is it micromanaging?
I'm a really bad micromanager, and I'm really old school when it comes to like paper and stuff, because I like to visually be able to see it. The bad thing about an app for me is that I can't visually see everything at once, where if I have it all written out or scheduled out on a calendar, I can physically see it all at once. And so for me, I feel like it's a little bit overkill. I see some guys doing it with like 30, 50, 60 accounts. We're managing over 400 and we're still running old school with like paper calendar, you know, Excel file schedules and stuff like that. But I would say that I forget about several meetings throughout the month. So it comes in very helpful for that. I've really started utilizing my calendar, and a good CRM would definitely be helpful for that. And then also it would help you with your billing. And so I've started using a lot of it in QuickBooks and making sure all my estimates go through QuickBooks and everything goes through email, so it has a track record. Because I can't tell you over the years how many things I've let slip through the cracks for not billing for. And so I don't mind giving back, but you got to draw the line somewhere when it just comes to me being forgetful and neglecting to remember a project.
Sure. What is your favorite YouTube channel other than your own?
And yours?
Well, yeah, other than your own, and of course the lawn tools, the obvious answer. What's your other favorite YouTube channels?
All right, so I really like GCI Turf. Pete's just like a real raw, you know, got this grit to him, great man of Christ. Like, I really enjoy his channel. It's one of those that I watched early on. And then I would say kind of like in my industry, you know, doing what we're doing, I'm really inspired by Top Notch, Brian, and I'm really inspired by Kevin, the lawn care juggernaut. Those guys are just giving back and serving others, and it's kind of lit a fire in our new chapter of our channel. Okay, so you've seen my lawn, you've seen my shop, you've seen my playground, my splash pad, my waterfall. It's time for me to relax. Y'all get off my turf. It wasn't in the script.
Not on the prompter. Go for it.
You need one of those? Really?
I mean, I don't need one, but... All right, ready for it?
You want a project? And so they just need a little bit of work.
Left tool needs a project.
I'm not good at things and stuff.
Okay, think about it. Does my studio floor feel almost as nice as your lawn?
Almost.